I'm Hovey Smith, and today I want to tell you about the southern canning pear that has grown wild in a lot of areas of the southeast. Actually, these trees were planted by almost every house site anywhere south of Virginia in rural America. When they bear prolifically, and so you get pears that you can use in a variety of ways. So the thing to do is to pick your pears, and then we will go inside and I'll show you exactly some simple recipes to make a pear sauce, a poached pear, a filling for pies. So we'll be back with you in just a second after we've gathered a few pears. We are now inside with our pears, and I want to take you through the basic steps of how to use them very simply. So these are, of course, the pears. Now this pear is between 2 and 3 inches in diameter, and this is about the optimum size for your pear. The first thing is to cut the ends off like this. Then take a small paring knife and remove the skin. Okay. Then, when you got it completely skinned, you take a good knife and you do downward cutting. You'll notice that there was some real friction here. This pear has already been cut, and so you see how it looks. So you want your pears to be in pieces like this. And you don't want to go so far inside the pear that you start cutting the seed. Once you've got your pears cut, you put them in the pot, you pile them up about this tall, and then you proceed to boil them down. They will cook down and ultimately form a sauce like this. You only put about a cup of water in the bottom of the pot before you start boiling. The pears themselves will generate water as they cook. You'll let it cook down till the water is evaporated, and you'll notice there's no free water here pouring out of the spoon. This is about the consistency that you want. You add 2 tablespoons of butter and a sprinkle of cinnamon, and if you wish, just a very little sugar, and you have as good a fruit sauce product as you would like. This is better than applesauce. If you don't like cinnamon and applesauce, you don't have to put it in. If you like artificial sweeteners in your applesauce, as I do, you can use an artificial sweetener rather than a sugar product. And so you can custom make it exactly the way you like it. Once you get it made, you can either can it in jars or just put it in plastic bags like this, put it in the freezer and freeze it, and you have I would say about $2 worth of applesauce there. So there is something else you can do with your pears that's simple. These are poached pears. They don't look very appetizing here, but believe me, they taste better than they look. So what you do is you slice your pears in half, you put a little water in the bottom, you put a pad of butter here in the middle, and then you put them in the oven at 350 degrees. Now these are maybe a bit overdone, not much, but a bit. They're as perfectly edible as they are. Then once these are done, you can take them out and you can serve them cold with a little Cool Whip, or you can serve them hot and put a dollop of vanilla ice cream on top. So this is really an excellent, inexpensive, cheap, simple thing to do with your pears. There are other things, many other things. If you take this recipe that I've given you here, and instead of mushing your pears up into a paste, if you leave them whole, you can use this as a filling for pies. So you can make a pear pie. All you need to add to this is about 4 or 5 eggs and beat it up, and you've got a pie filling. You put it in your regular pie crust and it cooks just wonderfully well. So that's a simple thing to do. Otherwise, you can do the traditional thing and you can make pear preserves, which require some hours of cooking and lots of sugar, but you get a traditional product of it. Another thing is pear relish, which many Southerners make, which has a little bit of a different taste. Yet a third thing is you can use the pears, and including the products left over from this, and make a pear wine. So these pears are very, very versatile fruits, and there are many ways to use them, even though you cannot eat them directly from the tree. You try that and you'll probably break some teeth. So this is a way to get some inexpensive eats from the outdoors. And until next time, this is the Backyard Sportsman, Hovey Smith. Goodbye and good eating.